What if 5 Arctic storms hit the same cities within 7 days? That's happening right now. The first conveyor delivery hits tonight. Heavy snow machinery targeting Iowa and Minnesota. Municipal snow removal funds exhausted. Federal disaster assistance inevitable. FEMA resources positioning across region. Military assistance for civilian snow removal. Blood banks stockpiling before transportation stops. Medical transport challenges anticipated. Dialysis centers implementing evacuation plans. Critical patients may need permanent relocation. Question: when does this assembly line finally stop? Computer ensemble models show no relief. January patterns favor continued polar fragmentation. February could bring record-breaking deliveries. Agricultural impacts affecting food prices nationally. Livestock losses mounting with each delivery. Transportation infrastructure aging rapidly under stress. Bridge damage from extreme temperature cycling. Airport de-icing operations exceeding capacity limits. Railway systems facing expansion, joint failures. Mail deliveries suspended in hardest-hit regions. Package shipments delayed indefinitely. The second delivery arrives Monday afternoon. West Virginia, Kentucky, Tennessee under siege. Christmas shopping must conclude today. Retail deliveries impossible after tonight. Restaurant industry facing delivery challenges. Food service disruptions cascading regionally. Construction industry shutting down completely. Real estate market grinding to halt. Tourism industry canceling winter events entirely. Sports venues implementing safety protocols. Here's what I promised at the 8-minute mark. Christmas week coastal system development. December 23rd, low pressure forming offshore. Exact track determines catastrophic impact. If trends westward, eastern seaboard buried. Philadelphia, New York, Boston under siege. Combined with Arctic air already in place, this creates perfect storm conditions. Snowfall rates could exceed 3 inches per hour. Total accumulations approaching 24 inches. Christmas travel would become impossible completely. Airports shut down for minimum 48 hours. The third delivery deploys Tuesday morning. Upper Midwest facing direct assault. But here's the most shocking revelation yet. This conveyor belt pattern is accelerating. Each subsequent delivery carries colder cargo. Progressive cooling with every system. By Christmas morning, record lows possible. Historic cold not measured in modern times. Minneapolis could see -35 air temperature. Chicago wind chills approaching -50. Detroit facing -25 actual temperature. Cleveland experiencing -30 wind chill. That's cold enough to freeze exposed skin in under 3 minutes. Frostbite damage occurs within seconds. Hypothermia sets in within minutes. This weather pattern matches computer simulations of medieval ice age atmospheric conditions. Solar minimum cycles contributing to cooling effect. Reduced sunspot activity influences climate patterns. Ocean temperature patterns locked in position. La Niña conditions enhancing Arctic delivery. But why are these storms following identical paths? The answer involves atmospheric railroad tracks. When these factors combine perfectly, nature creates ultimate winter warfare. Recovery timeline extends far beyond winter season. Infrastructure damage lasting through spring. Economic impacts rippling into summer months. Some communities may never fully recover. Population displacement from energy cost. Permanent relocation south becoming necessary. This conveyor belt represents new category of winter weather for North America. Climate patterns unprecedented in recorded history, reshaping our understanding of extreme weather. Don't miss the next critical segment at 11 minutes, the survival timeline breakdown. But first, here's what nobody else is reporting. The European model upgraded its predictions. 12Z run shows even colder temperatures. American GFS model following suit. Both models strengthening Arctic predictions daily. Confidence levels reaching unprecedented heights. Jet stream patterns locked in position above us, creating perfect storm delivery highways. Meteorologists worldwide monitoring this development never witnessed such model agreement. Your immediate survival depends on the next 24 hours. Final preparation window closing rapidly. Don't wait for official emergency declarations. Government response always lags behind reality. Here's what I promised at 11 minutes. Hour by hour survival timeline breakdown. Hour 1 to 6, final supply acquisition window. Hour 6 to 12, first delivery system arrives. Hour 12 to 24, transportation becomes impossible. Hour 24 to 48, power grids begin failing. Hour 48 to 72, water systems freeze solid. Hour 72 to 96, emergency services overwhelmed. Week 1, complete infrastructure breakdown. Week 2, supply chain collapse. Week 3, medical emergency surge. Week 4, federal disaster response. This timeline represents best case scenario. Reality could deteriorate much faster. Here's the twist nobody's discussing publicly. This same pattern brought the winters of 1978. The conveyor belt operates on its schedule, not human convenience or preparation. Tomorrow. Plus, which specific neighborhoods face greatest risk from Christmas week storm? And detailed breakdown of why both European and American models strengthening. Don't miss tomorrow's emergency intelligence briefing. Life-saving information your family require. The next 72 hours determine how severe this conveyor belt catastrophe becomes. Stay prepared, stay warm, and remember, the assembly line is just getting started. This is only the beginning of what scientists are calling the polar conveyor winter of 2024, when Ohio saw 25 inches overnight, when Michigan highways became frozen graveyards, when heating costs tripled across 8 states, economic losses exceeded $50 billion in today's money. Right now, the assembly line is already operational. First shipment departing in 6 hours. Tonight's snowfall targeting Iowa corridor, southern Minnesota expecting 6 to 8 inches. Why are computer models getting more terrifying with every single update today? Wisconsin zones preparing for 4 to 6 inches. Northern Illinois facing 3 to 5 inches. But these numbers are just the opening salvo. Monday's delivery carries heavier ammunition. Mountain regions already receiving advance shipments. Kentucky Highlands expecting 8 to 12 inches. Tennessee elevation zones facing 6 to 10 inches. West Virginia peaks preparing for 10 to 15 inches. Temperature readings behind each delivery are shocking. Monday's Arctic blast drops temperatures 25 degrees. Tuesday's Arctic reinforcement drops another 15 degrees. Combined effect creates unprecedented cold exposure. Question: what makes this conveyor belt unstoppable? The Pacific North American pattern is locked. Western ridge directing Arctic air like highway signs. Eastern trough creating perfect storm reception area. Computer models show frightening coordination. 5 systems using identical delivery routes. Don't miss what happens at the 3-minute mark. The snowfall revelation that defies belief. How can the polar vortex split into fragments and target your neighborhood like guided missiles? Wednesday's Clipper system carries enhanced payload. Thursday's deployment targets identical coordinates. Friday's Arctic freight arrives with record cargo. No recovery time between deliveries. Combined snowfall totals will shock veteran meteorologists. Minnesota positions could see 24 inches this week. Wisconsin sectors expecting 20 inches accumulated. Northern Michigan preparing for 18 inches total. That's more snow than most winters produce, falling in just 7 days. Lake effect enhancement multiplies the threat. Superior, Michigan, Huron, all contributing moisture. Southern Ontario faces 15 to 20 inches. Upstate New York expecting 12 to 18 inches. Snow removal budgets exhausted by December 8th. Municipal equipment overwhelmed by rapid succession. Salt supplies running critically low statewide. Emergency contracts with neighboring regions activated. But wait, there's an even more dangerous development. Christmas week could bring the ultimate delivery. Chicago, Milwaukee, Minneapolis, sitting ducks in nature's conveyor belt of destruction. Coastal low-pressure system forming December 23rd, reminiscent of 2010 Boxing Day catastrophe. Here's what I promised at the 3-minute mark. European model shows unprecedented snowfall totals. Northern Rockies expecting 60 inches this month. Cascade Mountains facing 48 inches accumulated. Great Lakes region totaling 36 inches possible. Ohio Valley accumulating 24 inches projected. These numbers exceed normal entire winter seasons. December alone matching record yearly totals. Question: what triggers this assembly line madness? The answer involves polar vortex fragmentation. Instead of one stable Arctic dome spinning normally, multiple fragments breaking off continuously. Each fragment becomes independent storm generator, targeting different regions simultaneously. Atmospheric computer models never recorded this pattern. Scientists calling it historic for North America. Transportation networks preparing for complete shutdown. O'Hare Airport canceling 2,000 flights daily. Question: what happens when an assembly line designed to deliver death operates perfectly? Interstate highways becoming death traps repeatedly. I-80, I-35, I-94 facing continuous closure. Emergency services switching to military protocols. National Guard snow removal equipment mobilized. School districts planning week-long closures. Remote learning systems activated indefinitely. But here's what makes this situation even worse. Each delivery reinforces the previous assault. Cold air accumulates like stacking freezer blocks. No warm-up periods between systems. Vehicle failures spike at minus 15 degrees. Car batteries die. Engines refuse operation. Home heating systems strain beyond capacity. Natural gas demand exceeding supply infrastructure. Power grids face unprecedented load demands. Rolling blackouts necessary to prevent collapse. Water pipes freeze at sustained zero temps. Burst pipe insurance claims approaching hurricane levels. Don't miss the critical information at 5 minutes, the preparation protocol that could save lives. This isn't random winter weather. This is systematic, a calculated atmospheric assault on America's heartland. But here's the cruel twist in this weather story. The conveyor belt shows no signs of stopping. Atmospheric highway system remains locked through Christmas. January could bring even more severe deliveries. This pattern resembles Little Ice Age conditions, when crop failures triggered population displacement, when rivers froze solid for entire winters, when heating wood became more valuable than gold. Economic disruption will ripple nationwide immediately. Lost productivity exceeding 3 billion daily. Manufacturing plants implementing emergency shutdowns. Supply chains grinding to complete halt. Christmas deliveries facing catastrophic delays. Online orders may not arrive until February. Grocery stores experiencing panic acquisition. Bread, milk, batteries disappearing within hours. Hardware stores cannot maintain generator inventory. Ice melt products completely unavailable regionally. Gas stations seeing unusual demand surges. People maximizing fuel storage before shutdowns. Both European and American weather models strengthening their predictions every 12 hours. Medical facilities preparing for emergency overflow. Hypothermia cases expected to triple. Elderly populations most vulnerable to exposure. Carbon monoxide poisoning risks spike dramatically. Insurance companies bracing for record claims. Property damage could exceed major hurricane costs. Agriculture sector facing livestock emergencies. Cattle operations switching to survival mode. Here's what I promised at the 5-minute mark. Emergency survival protocol begins immediately. Stock minimum 14 days, non-perishable food supplies. Water storage critical before municipal systems freeze. Battery-powered radio essential for emergency updates. Cell towers fail during extreme weather events. Charge all electronic devices to maximum capacity. Portable chargers become lifeline during outages. Test smoke and carbon monoxide detectors immediately. Replace batteries with premium long-life units. Generator safety protocols absolutely non-negotiable. Never operate inside homes or garages. European model now shows 15 degrees below normal. American GFS model predicting 20 degrees below normal. 25-foot minimum distance from any structure. Carbon monoxide kills silently within minutes. Insulate all exposed water pipes today. Open cabinets under sinks for warm air circulation. Let faucets drip during extreme cold periods. No main water shutoff valve location. Burst pipes cost thousands in damage instantly. Prevention costs pennies compared to repairs. Heating system maintenance check. Critical now. Furnace filters, fuel supplies, backup heating. Fireplace preparation if available for emergency use. Dry firewood, chimney cleaning, safety equipment. Heavy blankets and sleeping bags for each person. Layered clothing, superior to single heavy coats. Vehicle emergency kit, absolutely mandatory. Jumper cables, flares, food, water, blankets. Full gas tank maintained throughout emergency period. Ice scrapers, snow brushes, tow equipment. Travel plans should be canceled immediately. Stay home during conveyor belt deliveries. That's not a cold snap. That's climate warfare. December temperatures matching January records. Elder pet protection demands immediate action. Bring all animals inside permanently. Outdoor exposure kills pets within hours. Shelter preparation includes animal necessities. Prescription medications must be refilled today. Pharmacy access limited during storm periods. First aid supplies, including frostbite treatment. Hypothermia recognition training saves lives. Cash withdrawal recommended immediately. ATM and credit systems fail without power. Don't miss the shocking pattern at 8 minutes. The Christmas week revelation. But here's something even more alarming. Long-range models show persistent assembly line. This isn't temporary December weather. We could see continuous deliveries through February. Heating cost will bankrupt family budgets. Energy assistance programs completely overwhelmed.